In recent news, the discussion started after a clip of Cinna began spreading online, where she finally addressed why she chose not to publicly defend YourRage during the backlash and drama involving Yonna. For weeks, people had been debating which creators stayed silent during the situation, who privately supported Rage, and who intentionally avoided touching the topic altogether. Because Cinna has collaborated with both sides of the wider streaming community before, viewers kept asking why she never publicly jumped in while the internet was tearing everything apart. That's when Bloom reposted a clip from her stream where she directly explained her reasoning in the following clip.
I'm not gonna lie, chat, is like when I was talking to Yonna, okay, I saw a lot of people posting this too, because now I can say this, because I guess Yonna said this, so it's fine to say. People were like adding me during the situation, and they're like, Cinna, as like a female streamer, I feel like you should be jumping in the mix and like, you know, throwing left and right punches at so-and-so for saying this about so-and-so because you're friends with this. And I was like, yo, like sometimes chat, like those people, that's what the reaction that they want. You know what I mean? They want you to do that. They want you to like jump in, and then it becomes a whole thing and da-da-da-da. And like, even when I ended up, I mean, like Yonna said, I called her because I was talking to her off stream, but I was like, it's not even worth something for me or anybody else to jump in and get involved in, because anything I'm gonna say, you guys know is like what the reality is. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what the reality is. You're just like, it more so determines on how Yonna and like Rage responded at the time. And like, yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, people that like know, that like watch them know none of that shit was weird, and they didn't think it was weird till they jumped on the bandwagon. Facts. You know what I mean? Facts. They didn't think it was weird till they jumped on the bandwagon. Facts. They want you to respond so that way they can make more clips of you to be able to push the agenda. Facts. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not worth it. So it's like, it's just way better the way that Yonna responded. And Yonna, like, she handled it so well.
One side strongly defended Cinna and argued that streamers are not required to publicly comment on every controversy happening around their friends. Supporters said internet drama culture has become exhausting because audiences expect creators to instantly issue statements, pick sides, and involve themselves in every conflict, whether they fully understand it or not. These viewers agreed with the idea that reading the room is sometimes smarter than jumping into a social media war that helps nobody. Another group completely disagreed and accused her of selectively staying silent only when it became risky. Critics pointed out that many creators constantly share opinions on smaller drama, trending topics, or internet discourse, but suddenly become neutral when close friends are under serious pressure. To those people, the silence came across less like wisdom and more like avoiding backlash while letting someone else take the heat alone. Some commenters also broadened the criticism beyond just this single situation and claimed the larger streaming world has become overly performative, where creators publicly support each other when it's beneficial, but disappear. The second controversy threatens their own image or relationships. Those critics argued audiences are starting to notice which friendships feel genuine versus which ones only exist for content and collaborations. Then there was another side that pushed back against the entire expectation culture online. Those viewers argued the internet has become obsessed with forcing creators into public morality tests where every silence gets interpreted as guilt and every statement becomes ammunition for another wave of drama. In their eyes, Cinna choosing not to participate was actually healthier than turning the situation into more content. In recent news, the discussion started after a clip of Asmongold began circulating online, where he talked openly about why he rarely collaborates with Twitch streamers anymore, despite still being one of the biggest personalities connected to the platform, sharing in the following.
The main thing that I hate about collabs is Twitch streamers. Any guy that's not a Twitch streamer, I'm generally open to collab with them. But working and doing stuff with Twitch streamers, they're very like, so this is the reason why, is that guys that are on, like, for example, Kick or something like that, they don't have the same desire that they feel like they have to always have the right take about things and be like PR acceptable. But like on Twitch, there's much more of like PR pressure that people have. And this is, I think, exclusive to Twitch because, like on YouTube, it's not the case. Like I've never had problems with anybody on YouTube. I've never had problems with anybody on TikTok. I've never had problems with anybody on, Kick or anything like that. It's really just Twitch. Twitch really does something weird to people's head.
Asmongold claimed that over time the platform changes the way people act, making creators feel less genuine and more calculated whenever collaborations happen. The quote that spread the fastest was him saying, "Twitch really does something weird to people's heads," which instantly sparked debate across streaming communities because it sounded less like criticism of the website itself and more like criticism of the personalities built around it. One side heavily agreed with him and argued that Twitch culture has become overly corporate compared to how live streaming used to feel years ago. Those viewers claimed many creators now act like media-trained celebrities instead of regular streamers, constantly filming filtering opinions to avoid backlash, losing sponsorships, or upsetting their audience. Supporters of Asmon said that's exactly why platforms like Kick and Rumble have been attracting creators who feel burned out by Twitch's stricter culture and expectations. Another group pushed back hard and accused Asmongold of pretending he's above the same system he criticizes. Critics pointed out that despite constantly attacking Twitch culture, he still streams there and benefits massively from the platform. Some commenters argued he only dislikes Twitch creators because many large streamers in Texas and Austin no longer associate with him publicly, leading to accusations that he's bitter or isolated from the broader streamer scene. Others specifically criticized the Kick side of the streaming community, arguing that creators constantly frame themselves as real or uncensored, while simultaneously building brands around controversy and outrage. Those commenters felt the anti-Twitch narrative has become repetitive, with creators blaming Twitch for everything while still relying on the platform's audience and infrastructure. A separate group took a more neutral stance and said Asmon's comments weren't entirely wrong, but also weren't unique to Twitch. They argued that once creators become large enough anywhere, Twitch, YouTube, Kick, or even mainstream media, branding and PR naturally become part of the job. To them, the issue wasn't Twitch specifically, but the reality of internet fame itself. ExtraEmily revealed she looked into getting an MBA during her break, but gave up after seeing how difficult it was.
I was like looking into an MBA, and I was like, oh my God, it's so freaking hard to get an MBA because you have to take a test, like get a GMAT, and then you have to get recommendation letters, and then you have to like write essays. And I was like, I'm too lazy for this. I'm not gonna get an MBA. And then I was like, okay, so what if I get like a different job or something? And then I was like, streaming's too, like I like streaming too much. So I think the break was really good that like I realized that I do want to keep streaming. So breaks are important, they're very important. So I took like a nice little 3-week break, but I was contemplating like, yeah, maybe I should try something else. And I'm like, okay, I like streaming. Yeah, streaming is not bad at all. It's just I was just like too dialed in on like the negatives, and then I think the break was perfect to like show me the positives that come with, you know, this streaming that I built for the past 6 years, right? And I'm like, okay, I can't give it up. So I will be back streaming. Thank you, guys.
Plays I rather sit in front of my camera and have all you incels give me money lol doesn't sound so bad. Saw the application process and immediately rediscovered her passion. It's like $200,000 in 2 years when she is already making millions a year. MBA is not easy, but also it's mainly a formality. ExtraEmily is suddenly at the center of another streaming platform conversation after viewers noticed that she now appears to have a verified Kick account, leading to speculation that she could potentially be preparing to move, or at least expand, her streaming presence onto the platform. Mizkif reacts in the following clip.
Wait, she has a verified Kick channel? Green Blobs, welcome! Welcome! Wait a minute, dude. You only get that for one reason. Oh my God, we're the backup plan. Yes! Dude, imagine she makes the same video I did with the Star Wars shit. Haven't you noticed that the second I got in charge, Kick has started to grow? Did you guys notice that? Like, is it just me? The second I started doing these things, Kick is now blowing up to the point where even ExtraEmily is obviously coming here tomorrow.
Some viewers treated the whole thing casually and argued people were massively overreacting to something as simple as a verified account. They pointed out that many creators reserve usernames or set up accounts on multiple platforms without necessarily planning to fully leave Twitch. To them, the internet was once again turning basic creator activity into a giant conspiracy. After people started running with the idea that ExtraEmily might be secretly moving to Kick, this follow-up post completely shifted the conversation and caused a second wave of reactions online. The post pointed out that ExtraEmily's verified Kick account actually wasn't new at all. According to the screenshots being reposted, her profile had apparently already been verified all the way back in June 2025, meaning the she's moving to Kick narrative may have been based on old information that suddenly resurfaced again. That instantly changed the tone of the discussion because a lot of viewers realized the original speculation may have spiraled way further than the evidence actually supported. What initially looked like a fresh discovery now seemed more like people rediscovering an account that had existed quietly in the background for almost a year. LilyPichu broke character and was scared for her life after her boyfriend thought she said she hates Mexicans.
I hate Mexicans too. Here you go. I linked it here if you. Anyway, congratulations again to the people who found. What?
It sounded really like you just said, I hate Mexicans.
No!
I was like, what do you mean you hate Mexicans?
I hate Mecha Kingdoms!
What the
Mecha Kingdoms! No, Mecha Mexicans.
I was in the bathroom.
Dude, that must have been crazy to hear from the bathroom.
Yeah, the sound just traveled weird.
Oh, okay. That's so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny. I said I hate Mexicans. Oh my god, I see why you guys hurt Mexicans.
Rest in peace!